He also led the OKC Energy from 2014. Early April in downtown St. Pete, the perfect time of year, as Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer tonight is the hottest ticket in town. It's the Rowdies hosting expansion side, Hartford Athletic. Hello, everybody. Great to have you with us. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. This is the third expansion side the Rowdies have faced so far in this young 2019 season. So, Ryan, a good chance for points tonight, and for the Rowdies, a good chance to score some goals, which they certainly need.
A perfect opportunity to get this Rowdy offense clicking. Andrew Tenari, Sebastian Guenzati, and Leo Fernandez need to create chances and score goals for the home team tonight.
Meanwhile, Hartford Athletic comes in without any points so far through 4 games. They'll look to finally get a result here in Tampa Bay after the weekend is through. And for them, they've got a player by the name of Jose Angulo that certainly can figure into the run of play.
Jose Angulo, the former USL MVP, is the ace in the pocket for Coach Nielsen. He either comes off the bench or starts games, can poach goals in the box or pull out wide and create chances for incoming traffic. Jose Angulo is instant offense for this Hartford Athletic team.
Not going to be in the 11 tonight, but interesting to see when he is inserted into this match. Meanwhile, for the Rowdies, Leo Fernandez, an increased role this season. He's certainly taking advantage of it.
Leo Fernandez, the dancing Brazilian, was once an out-and-out left winger, now plays left wing back for Coach Collins and this Rowdies team. He provides space for the center midfielders and provides service for the center forwards. He also picks up his defensive responsibilities. Drew, he's going to cover every inch of grass on this left-hand side tonight.
And he's got a magical left foot to boot. First meeting ever between Tampa Bay Rowdies and Hartford Athletic, the starting formations and the kickoff coming up next from Al Lang Stadium.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dreams while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife. Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Just a gorgeous night in downtown St. Petersburg. We're ready for Hartford Athletic and the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Starting formations tonight, brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. First, the visiting side for Hartford. Notice up front, Max Steves and Giuseppe Gentile getting their first starts. And in the back, Kyle Kuringa, former Tampa Bay Rowdy, 4 appearances with the home side last season. Makes sort of a homecoming here tonight. And on the Rowdies side, Jan Ekra back in the starting lineup, wears number 7. He was coming off the bench last week. John McCarthy also in goal for the Rowdies. 3 clean sheets so far this season. That is McCarthy, the goalie, Heather, not Pape Diakite. A little bit of a confusion with that this week, I imagine, huh?
Yeah, Drew, it was. It really is John McCarthy, though, in goal tonight. This week, the Rowdies played a little April Fool's joke, announcing that center back Pape Diakite would be wearing the goalkeeper gloves in a bold strategy that would give the Rowdies an extra field player to work with. Believe it or not, some people really did fall for it, but it was just a joke, and the Rowdies will be sticking with a traditional goalkeeper. John McCarthy is in net tonight, going for his league-leading 4th shutout of the season. Drew?
All right, good stuff, Heather. Neil Collins for the Rowdies' 2nd season on the home side is the head coach. Jimmy Nielsen, 2nd expansion project he has undertaken, also was head coach of the OKC Energy from 2014 to 2017. Rowdies in the iconic green and gold. Hartford will wear the visiting white tonight, and we are ready to get started from Al Lang Stadium. Let's play. Heather mentioned a little bit of confusion with the goalie situation. She wasn't the only one, or actually Hartford wasn't the only one a little confused this week, Ryan, huh?
Drew, I went on the website and I saw Pape Diakite in goal. And I was second-guessing Coach Collins from A to Z.
Certainly April Fool's joke that I think had a lot of people thinking that Diakite possibly was going to be worked in. Al Lang Stadium, just a perfect soccer venue. Rowdies on the home side tonight, hosting the Hartford Athletic. Hartford 0-4-0 on the season, still looking for their first point. Rowdies, meanwhile, with 8 points thus far. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select's been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, go to selectsportamerica.com.
So Rowdies in their familiar yellow and green are going to be taking the fight to this expansion team, Hartford. But Drew, with an expansion team comes unfamiliarity. And Coach Collins and this Rowdies team are going to have to find their way through this Hartford defense tonight.
See Damaduro just handling for the Rowdies. Now Morad and Aduro playing just outside the center circle. Rowdies with 4 goals scored this season, and they've only conceded 1 time thus far, but 4 goals through 4 games, knowing the offensive production is going to have to pick up here over the next month.
Yeah, hence the reason for Andrew Tonari to be in the starting lineup again this week. Showed so much speed through the middle last week, created so many opportunities and energy that Coach Collins had to ring the bell once again for number 15. Just one quick tidbit. Caleb Richards, Tariq Morad, and Pape Diakite, any game they have started, the Rowdies have not conceded a single goal. So they'll be expecting that again tonight against this Hartford team.
There's Jimmy Nielsen, Coach of the Year finals back in 2015, leading Hartford. Hartford last week, a 1-0 loss to Indy 11. And just a brutal stretch for a team in their first year. Hartford playing their first 8 games in 2019 on the road. Simply very, very difficult to do.
It was also a heartbreaking loss last week to an own goal by the young Nikolai Linga. Chested it back to Keeper Lysick didn't expect it, and in the back of the net it went. And they lost the game by 1-0.
Rasmussen touches to the right. Phil Rasmussen, midfielder, one of 5 players from Denmark on this Hartford side. Coach Nielsen's native country. And there's Gentile, offsides that time.
Interesting philosophy by Coach Nielsen, taking an expansion team and adding familiarity to it immediately, bringing in his own countrymen and also 6 of his previous players from his old OKC team. So taking the expansion out of the expansion, if you will, and trying to get this team off and running sooner than expected.
So 6 from the Energy, 5 from his native country. That's 11 players he was very, very familiar with. And this project for Hartford Athletic to get this franchise rolling. Now the Rowdies trying to move forward, send this one high up into the air and into the hands of Jacob Lysick, a USL journeyman, getting the start tonight for Hartford.
Lysick was extraordinary last week. They lost the game by 1-0, but he was still the man of the match for this Hartford team. Just a great showing in keeping them in the game.
First corner kick for the Rowdies, Andrew Tenari making his second start. Nice little curl on this one. Diakite came up trying to get a piece, but it will sail out across the touchline. The Rowdies will throw it in.
Tenari, great service there on the back post, looking for his tall centre-backs. But excellent evasive effort by this Hartford centre-back team.
Jan Ekra, Rowdies, nice idea with the 1-2. Back now to Sean Barry. Barry was so lethal in that Pittsburgh match. Is now Dominic Aduro will work from the back. Leo Fernandez, he is really the engine of this Rowdies offense, trying to get it inside the 18. And physicality paying off, and let's see. Leo Fernandez claiming the ball was touched out, but instead it's going to be a goal kick for Hartford.
Well, the Samba man himself doing his work on the left-hand side, dancing on a string. Fernandez coming inside, bodying off on the defender, staying with it, and it looks like it got the last touch on his own right foot. Excellent call by the referee, but it shows what Leo Fernandez, it shows his intent early in this game.
Quick whistle that time as Diakite on the back. So 8 internationals on this Hartford Athletic roster. It's actually 1 more than what is usually allowed. The extra spot purchased from Sac Republic. As Sem DeWitt now plays it back to Lysick. What type of game tonight does Hartford want to play to be able to steal a result?
You want to be a little bit conservative, keep the ball as long as you can on offense without pushing numbers forward, so you don't get caught on any sort of counter-attack. So they're going to try to keep the ball as long as they could while keeping numbers in their own half. Try to be as conservative as they can, move the ball from side to side, and try and wear this Rowdies team out.
John McCarthy, 3 clean sheets so far this season, only conceded 1 goal through 4 matches. That is spectacular.
Thanks a lot to that Rowdies centre-back trio. McCarthy, 31st in the league in saves, but yet leads the league in clean sheets. Just a testament to this Rowdies defense and Coach Collins' plan.
Damaduro now. Space to work with for Tampa Bay. Tarek Morad, former Louisville City star. Big part of that back line for the Rowdies. Ekra, like the decisions that he makes, that's why he is back in the lineup. But again, a quick whistle as the Rowdies midfield struggling to advance at that time.
A lot of responsibility on Jan Ekra tonight. He's going to have to cover that center circle, but he's also going to have to push up and support that center forward duo of Gwenzati and Hopano. Going to have to be that extra guy coming up from the midfield to provide support.
Tarek Moran throws it in for the Rowdies. Just underway here from St. Petersburg. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly down on the pitch. Well, nice move that time by Ryan Williams as Williams tried to center it. Max Steves was waiting, but the ball did not get there. Rowdies trying to work down now on that left flank. And they'll throw it in on the far side.
Just looking at Caleb Richards at that left center-back position. What a find, what a loan for this Rowdies team from Norwich. Coach Colin has to be pleased. Here he is again, always looking to overlap.
Rowdies trying to turn this around. Right side there was Sean Barry, who still gets the applause from the crowd. They appreciate the hustle from Sean Barry, especially since he's back from that international duty for his native Puerto Rico.
Well, after that showing a couple of weeks ago against the Riverhounds, Sean Barry is an instant crowd favorite here at Ireland Stadium. What a bit of vision by Hopeno, just clipping that ball through, looking at the backside for Barry to come around. Just excellent vision from the center forward.
Max Steves now in position as Barry will take care of it for Tampa Bay. Let's check in down on the pitch with Heather Donnelly.
Hey, Drew. For Hartford, this is their 5th straight road game in a stretch of 8 away matches to start the season. There's construction going on their home stadium back in Connecticut. So you've got to think that this amount of travel for them, on one hand, helps them bond as a team. Traveling as a team helps with that. But on the other hand, 5 straight road games really has to wear on you. So we'll have to see as we get further into this match if that plays any effect on fatigue for Hartford, guys.
Yeah, Heather, that's a great point. Fernandez again trying to continue the run, but Lissick comes up to take it away. I mean, at the beginning of a season, you know how it is, Ryan. When things are new, everything's great. But then there's that moment. You hit that wall during the season, and this expansion side, they would like to think they have not hit it just yet.
Yeah, still early days in the USL. Hartford hitting the road so often and so early. Like Heather said, it's going to make them bond, but boy, it can wear on you when every team wants to take a piece of you.
Hartford now trying to service one in, and there's Diakite. It'll be a corner kick, first one of the match for Hartford Athletic. Pape Diakite, the imposing force along the back line for Tampa Bay. It's in these situations where he really seems to stand out.
Yeah, it really prevents goals on set pieces for this Rowdies team. They surely make teams earn it when Diakite is back there.
Williams, nice ball inside the 6. McCarthy's going to have to tip it up over the goal. Great save by the Rowdies keeper.
John McCarthy, good service in by Williams. The header there, and McCarthy alive to it. Just taking evasive action and tipping it over. Makes it look very easy at the end.
We see Gentile able to get his head on it. And now another in swing for Hartford Athletic. So the visitors threatening here early. And that ball was absolutely screaming. Rowdy's able to clear it.
Another dangerous delivery, this time at the near post. With the Rowdies in margin to get rid of it. And now they have a counter-attack going.
Counter opportunity for Tampa Bay. That's Sebastian Guenzati. Rowdy's trying to stay on their line. Hopeno now. Antoine Hopeno. More contact. Rowdy's looking for a whistle. And this will be a corner kick for home side.
Isolation for Hopeno on that left-hand side. Just couldn't find that extra gear to get around the defender. But it shows Rowdy's willing to use that space quickly and be more direct.
Andrew Tenard, the in-swinger. This ball curling. Ekra tries to hustle over to it. Jan Ekra able to win it. And now the Rowdies can work it with Tarek Mourad.
Excellent play by Ekra, just pinning this team back in their own half here.
Well, nice touch. Little turn by Guenzati. Ball deflected as he decided to take a shot at Lissick.
Rowdies keeping the pressure on Hartford, not allowing them to get out. Jan Ekra, early service back in the box. This time Gwenzati swivels, turns. Good defending at the end.
That play right there, Ryan, the Rowdies were working on all week in practice. Those quick turns and trying to whip that ball in between the pipes.
Just trying to get goals from open play. And Gwenzati showing how direct and how quick this Rowdies team is tonight. They're going to be coming at Hartford early and often.
Gwenzati continuing to encourage his teammates. Rowdies on a bit of a scoring drought at the moment. They have not had one in the run of play since that night against Pittsburgh. So, Ryan, whenever you are struggling a little bit offensively, what is the antidote in times like this for Tampa Bay?
Well, things you can control on the pitch is effort. So the more you put effort in making the same runs, getting behind the ball, tackling hard, the goals will come.
Diakite now racing back. Gentile giving the Rowdies a little bit of fits here in the opening minutes. Another ball serviced in. Gentile with the header, and there's McCarthy right there to knock it down.
Great save by McCarthy. Ball into the back post. Gentile coming in from the right-hand side. Here's Gentile now at the back post, heading it, and McCarthy just so commanding. Makes it look so easy.
92 very active, though, here in the opening 15 minutes.
Getting his first start. Gentile is a live body here for Hartford.
So throw now coming up for Hartford. We'll check in with Heather one more time. Hey, Heather.
Hey, Drew, that save we just saw from John McCarthy, it's a rare sight this season. Even though he leads the league in clean sheets, going into this game, he was tied for 31st in saves because the defense has been so stingy. Going into tonight, he only had 4 saves on the season. So he's leading the league in shutout, but that's really due in part to the strength of his back line, guys.
Yeah, good stuff, Heather. McCarthy, the old school look with the helmet. That looks like one of those throwback football helmets back in the 1940s and 50s.
It does. It really does. And he may make those helmets popular. That would be fun to see.
Now it's Morad. Rowdies pushing forward. Sean Perry. And Morad once more. Ball overrun that time by Diakite, and another collision, a quick whistle. As going down is Max Steves getting his first start, the Houston Dynamo product, down right now.
One of the ingredients on this stingy Tampa Bay Rowdies defense is their physicality. Diakite not giving anyone an inch, and he is on the ball, and if he misses it, he's going to get piece of you.
Max Steves also spent some time with Rio Grande Valley. Tyler David to put this one in motion. Center back for Hartford Athletic. Still scoreless here in Tampa Bay. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly. USL Championship season off and running. 5th game for the Rowdies. So far, most of the starters have been able to hold their jerseys as expected. Rowdies trying to create a scoring opportunity again. Leo Fernandez trying to go upstairs. Gwenzati didn't have a chance at it that time. Ball sent a little bit too far.
I think direct play is the ingredient tonight that Coach Collins wants to see. Leo Fernandez with an early cross, just mishit it. But it's obvious here that the Rowdies do not want this Hartford team to settle. Want to get that ball in the box quickly as they can. 2-3 passes and it's in the box already.
McCarthy trying to save it. Oh, miscue for the Rowdies that time. Morad puts his hand up knowing he did not put that in a good position for McCarthy to recover it.
Tariq Morad was under pressure, but you don't mind that from a coach's standpoint. You want your team to maintain possession. You don't want them just to kick it out and give the other team the ball. So trying to use McCarthy there, just kicked it a little bit too long. but the intent was right.
McCarthy trying to make it a 4th clean sheet after tonight. This is Mads Jorgensen, midfielder out of Denmark, only 20 years old. Diakite got up that time to get his head on it. Diakite using his head early and often here tonight. Fernandez trying to send it down the pitch for Tampa Bay, and the Rowdies will throw it in.
Well, it is kind of conservative for Hartford to use the wings and stay compressed in the middle just in case there's a counter-attack. So look for them to use those sides.
Aduro now for the Rowdies. Leading that attack, Caleb Richards. Back to Morad here in the 20th minute. Rowdies, good opportunity here. Right side, shot crossed in. And the Rowdies had a great idea that time, just unable to connect in that final third. As the ball will spin out.
But this is exactly what Andrew Tonari can bring to you. A little flick into the box for the on-running Guenzati. Again, direct play right into the mixer. Guenzati trying to get it across the goal. And Tampa knocks on the door yet again.
Good offensive life here in the first 20 minutes for the Rowdies. Morad. Tampa Bay now sharing. Barry connecting the dots. Barry once more. Rowdies trying to turn again. Guenzati at the goal. And finally, the flag goes up.
Just excellent combination here by the Rowdies. Coming in from that right-hand side. Sean Barry, Hopano, Guenzati all involved. But in the end, just a hairline offside.
Well, fans, follow the Rowdies and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who've discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Rowdies attacking once more. Oh, nicely done. Hopano! Shot taken. Guenzati trying to get to it. Oh, Lissick able to track it down just before it crosses over the line.
Again, through the middle this time. The Rowdies keeping the ball on the carpet. The ball played through to Guenzati. Great shot, but an even excellent save by Jacob Lissick, who's in great form and keeps this score at zeros. With the Rowdies asking questions, playing direct, and Hartford Athletic survive another attack.
Had a great conversation with Coach Collins yesterday. And he said, even though we have not lit up the scoreboard just yet, we're still ahead of schedule. We're further along than I thought at the start of the year. I did not expect to be beating teams 3-0, 4-0. But tonight, if the Rowdies can connect, you just have the feeling it could be one of those nights where the Rowdies bust out and put a 4 or 5 spot on the board. Oh, nice 1-2 this time. And this is Tonari, who has to come back for it. Tonari, good feistiness for Tampa Bay, able to keep possession.
Great pressure by Rowdies, being disruptive, and that's how you can get goals early, Drew. By bringing effort, bringing energy, you can disrupt the play in the back and get an easy goal. And the Rowdies are really searching for it, whether on defense or with the ball at their feet.
The Rowdies clearly the aggressor here in the past 10 minutes. Trying to get Guenzati. Rowdies take a shot at it. It's deflected off to Vitt, and it'll be a corner for Tampa Bay.
Well, Hartford are trying to catch their breaths here. The Rowdies are on attack for the last 5 minutes, but just can't seem to get the end product.
Leo Fernandez. Keep an eye on Diakite, 44, middle of your screen. Damaduro, here's a blast. Oh, just right. Tell you what, he can absolutely crush it.
There's Dominic Oduro, never shy from taking a shot at any distance. Had a good look and a good crack, just a little too high, but he just reminds everyone of that threat outside that 18-yard box.
Not many guys are a threat from that far out there in this league.
The little engine can defend and the little engine can shoot. And Dominic Oduro will remind you at least once per game what he's capable of. Drew, just going back to the goals for the Rowdies, things you can't control is the effort and energy.
Now Diakite.
But it just takes that one goal to get the water flowing, to break the dam. And Rowdies just searching for that end product, that final delivery, that final shot to get a goal. And the dam will be broken.
Damaduro now working for the Rowdies, switching the point of attack, and Barry able to collect. Rowdies again working quickly. Ekra! Oh, great cross. Looked like Hopino just had a tap in there.
Jan Ekra, beautiful bit of skill, flicks it over his man, and what about the delivery across the 6-yard box? Antoine Hopino just missing it. Hartford survive, and Rowdies' frustrations continue.
Now it is plays like that if the Rowdies are going to take the next step, Ryan, they have got to make.
Yeah, Antoine Hopino coming in at that back post, has to time his run and has to finish it. Coach Collins can draw this up as many times as you want, but the ball has to be put in the back of the net.
'26-minute Hartford Athletic. How about Kyle Karinga? Talked about him at the start. And there's Kyle out of Clearwater, making a homecoming tonight. 4 appearances for the Rowdies right now. He is retreating. Tampa Bay attacking. Hopino to Fernandez. Looked like contact. And we will play on there as Karinga was on his horse that time.
Yeah, Karinga just backing up there as Leo Fernandez. Tanari back into Fernandez. He goes over just a little too easy for me. And the referee, Johnny on the spot, says no penalty.
Mentioned Karinga, though. 4 appearances for the Rowdies last season. Then remember, had that season-ending injury. Missed most of 2018, and it was sort of kind of a symbol of what the season was 1 year ago. Lots of injuries. The Rowdies had to battle through. Players at the end of their careers. As now DeVitt and Hartford trying to play with Raymond Lee as well. Now Jorgensen and Hartford setting things up. Get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for the Tampa Bay Rowdies and then click follow. Keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus get reminders on the Rowdies' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow your club. Rasmussen. And now DeVitt, former FC Cincinnati star, began his career with the Vancouver Whitecaps. He'll send it back to Lysick.
Good pressure by the Rowdies and good patience by Hartford, not giving into that pressure.
Hartford again goes with the long ball. Gentile trying to get loose. Diakite, a little tied up that time. And again looking for contact. And again, 92 very active for the visitors, and shaken up is Diakite.
Well, Hartford beat the press, and Rowdies got caught thin at the back. Ball over the top, and Diakite going to the ground. And referee judged he got the ball, and it's going to be a corner kick for this Hartford team. But Diakite is still shaken up by the fall. Gentile asking for the penalty, but the referee felt he got enough of the ball for it not to be a penalty. But that's one of the liabilities of pushing too far forward, looking for that goal. You can get caught thin at the back. An excellent job by Hartford to show that.
Ryan Williams now, corner kick for Hartford. Oh, what it would mean for the visitors to get on the board here early, get a goal for that confidence on the road. This ball nice and high. Rowdies able to temporarily clear it. Hartford trying to get a shot here. Jorgensen, and that Rowdies defense again swarming.
The scouting report on Jorgensen means he has an excellent left-footed shot. So the Rowdies did well to get up on him, not give him any daylight.
Raymond Lee, former Pittsburgh Riverhound, throwing it in for Hartford. So far for the Rowdies, 1-0 win over Memphis on a PK from Guinzati in week 1, and then an impressive 2-0 victory over Pittsburgh, followed by a 1-1 draw at St. Louis, and then taking down another draw against Loudoun United.
I thought the draw away to St. Louis was very gutsy performance.
This is Max Steves, lots of room to operate on that left side. Ball sent too far though, and McCarthy will handle it for the Rowdies.
Well, Max Steves, acres of room on that left-hand side. Tariq Murad getting caught pushing up, and Steves just couldn't make the right delivery. But it shows this Hartford team are looking for the gaps when those centre-backs push up into the attack and try to exploit it over the top. Fernandez was wide open there with the flick-on header.
Tariq Moran. Rowdies again. Now work from the right. Sean Perry marking Perry very tightly here so far. And now Morad back to Aduro.
Now this is where the Rowdies have to ask questions. Right here.
Nice little 1-2. Caleb Richards. Left-footed blast. Knocked down by Lysick. Oh, the follow-up by Sean Perry. That was a long rebound that came out. Perry gave it a blast. Well played on both sides.
Ever overlapping Caleb Richards with a demon of a shot to the far post. Good save by Lysick. And guess who it is? Sean Barry with the follow-up. And Lysick again with a great save, keeping this Hartford team just like he did last week against Indy 11 in the game. And here comes Leo Fernandez with an in-swinger. He's going to try to keep the pressure on Lysick. The delivery is going to be close into that 6-yard box.
Crowd has come alive here at Al Link Stadium, sensing another Rowdies opportunity.
Time for Diakite and company to try to get their head on this one.
Third-year Rowdy, Leo Fernandez out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. And let's see who got a piece of that one. I believe it'll be another corner for the Rowdies here. This time it's going to be Morad. Rather, Andrew Tenari heading over to do the honors. How about Jacob Lysick, put on guard here in this first half. This is the 4th USL Championship club he has played for. Also played for Charlotte, OKC, Penn FC as well.
He's in terrific form.
Richards circling back, and now Aduro. Can really see the difference, though, Jan Ekra makes when he is on the pitch. Offense just seems to flow a little bit smoother, doesn't it?
Such good balance defensively and offensively for Jan Ekra. Can move the ball quickly, can maintain possession in tough spots. Has really started to solidify his place in this team after that good effort in St. Louis 2 weeks ago. Has really given Coach Collins a lot of questions.
Morad sends it right. Sean Barry active here in this first half.
Good defending by Lee. Barry trying to be aggressive, and Lee read it all the way. Just good disciplined defending by the left back.
Sean Barry spending last season in the MLS with Real Salt Lake. Found a home here with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. He's loving his time by the Bay here so far. What a great place to play this game. St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay, in front of these great fans and this great venue for such a classic, historic organization.
When the sea breeze is blowing only feet from where you're playing, Drew, you can't argue with that. It is so scenic. If you apply your trade here, you have lots of time for recreation.
Check in on the pitch with Heather.
Hey, Drew, as you may know, Fox Sports host Rob Stone has been a friend to the Rowdies. He grew up supporting the green and gold and last season even hosted the season kickoff party. But as a Connecticut native, he's also been a very vocal supporter on social media of Hartford Athletic. He tweeted this morning that he's really torn on tonight's match. So, Rob, if you're watching, we hope you decided who you're rooting for, and we hope you're enjoying the match.
Rob Stone does such great works across all sports for Fox. Has great history here, also working in the Tampa Bay area, the local stations back in the day. But what a brilliant job he does on the World Cup.
He is a legend in this industry. But Rob Stone, you need to spend a little more time by the sea breeze, and you'll remember where your allegiance is.
Andrew Tenari now back to Morad. And that kickoff party still talked about for the Rowdies. It was last season, 2018. Oh, what a difference a year makes for this Rowdies side. Damaduro now working from the back. Caleb Richards. Tenari handling for Tampa Bay. And now Fernandez. Oh, nicely done. Right in the middle. Hopino now has got to do something with it. Right into the teeth, though, of that Hartford Athletic back line. And that's a great job by the visitors.
Well, Antoine Hopino was brought into this team to create through the middle. Again, being aggressive, being direct.
Ekra, though, able to win it right back. Leo Fernandez now on the ground. Goal! Sebastian Guenzani gets the Rowdies on the board.
In the beginning of the game, we talked about the player to watch, the dancing Brazilian, Leo Fernandez, with a peach of a cross, the flick on by Hopino, and El Capitan gets his third goal for the season. An easy tucking at the last post. But the Rowdies were knocking on the door, Drew. They were asking questions through the middle, through the sides, and the final product, the final finish came to pass.
That third goal on the season for Guenzani is the first in the run of play. His last two came off PKs. But the Uruguayan, the captain, Sebastian Guenzani, has the Rowdies on the scoreboard here early.
Now it's interesting for Coach Collins and his team. They wanted to get the monkey off their back. They got it off 37 minutes in. Now let's see if they play with a little bit more freedom, a little bit more swagger. Let's see how the green and yellow do. On the flip side, Hartford FC have to be happy. 38 minutes in, kept this game at zeros. Going to try to take it into the half, have a long discussion, regroup, and try to get it back in the second half.
5th goal on the season for the Rowdies. And it puts them in front here at home in the 39th minute. Rowdies once again working. Very busy right now is that left side. Rowdies have found something over there, and that appears to be a clear advantage. Anytime Leo Fernandez wants to turn and apply pressure, there's not much Hartford's going to be able to do.
Yeah, this time Andrew Tenari finding the space, but he shows how two-footed he is. This time on his left foot, no problem. Swings it in, puts it into the mixer, as they say, and good things happens.
Guenzati once more. Sebastian takes a rip with the right foot.
But the tails are up on the green and yellow. Everybody wants a touch of the ball. Everybody's making that run. Hartford will do well to keep this score at just 1 before the half.
Now it's Morad. Rowdies just sharing it and dominating time of possession right now, Ryan, as this first half has gone along. Tampa Bay continues to own the ball.
Possession could be like body punches in a boxing fight. So inside to side, the other team has to keep up with you, keep reacting. Fatigue starts to set in, and it's all to play for in the second half.
Rowdies have had possession 67% of the time thus far. That is close to domination.
Yeah, that's the Hartford Athletic spending some time on the ropes.
Oh, nice flip back. Guenzati now with time and space. Sebastian on the ground, waiting for somebody to come up. Fernandez, first one there.
A little bit of misunderstanding. Hopono went to the first post. Guenzati went down the middle through the 6-yard box.
Maduro. The Rowdies right now just having their way. Sean Barry. Nice touch. Tenari. Tried to get it back to Barry. Not happening.
Hartford trying to relieve some of this pressure now through Gentile.
Gentile has been most of the offense thus far for the visitors.
He has been lively, giving them options.
In case you're just joining us, Rowdies have a goal from Sebastian Guenzati, his 3rd on the season. That's the difference right now. Jorgensen trying to level. Well, again, McCarthy for the Rowdies coming up big.
There's that cannon from Jorgensen we're talking about, marauding through the middle, and the shot was low and hard. And McCarthy, just a little bit of swerve on that one. It knuckled a bit, but he recovered well. But just a little bit of a reminder for the Rowdies that Athletic do have some talented players in Jorgensen, in Gentile. Can't fall asleep on the wheel.
Sam DeVitt sharing now with Raymond Lee. Richards drifts back. McCarthy picks it up for Tampa Bay.
Richards is just so impressive. Reads the game so well. Tracked back there, no problem. Call this keeper out. And then also provides offense for this Tampa Bay team.
Raymond Lee throwing it forward. Williams can't catch up to it, and it'll be McCarthy again with a goal kick. Well, Neil Collins, and you said it before this broadcast, playing expansion sides, very tough to scout. Although, Coach Collins says if we just take care of our business, we have confidence. We just do what we are supposed to do, we are going to come out with the result.
Yeah, great teams need identity, and Coach Collins wants this Rowdies team to create their own, despite whoever they're playing. So it could be an expansion team, it could be Louisville next week. He wants his 3-5-2 system to be clicking. He wants his players to be playing in a certain style.
Ekra collecting for Tampa Bay. Rowdies working very quickly. Guinzati back to Aduro. Richards, left-footed blast this time. Serviced it in. Barry is going to wind up with it. Sean Barry.
Good work by Hopenow. Was hounded by two defenders there. Still kept possession for the Rowdies. As the ball keeps shifting from left to right. Try to loosen up this Hartford defense. And this is where they got to ask questions again through the middle here.
Rowdies waiting for the right moment just to dissect this back line. Tenori will throw it in for Tampa Bay. Actually, Sean Barry will come up to do the honors here in the 45th minute, nearing the end of regulation time in this first half. So Rowdies very calmly in this first session, taking their time, waiting for the right moments. Guinzati tries to get Fernandez on the run. And there's going to be 1 minute of stoppage time here before halftime. As a member of the Rowdies goes down on that far side, I believe that's Guinzati. So the 1 minute of stoppage, and the Rowdies will have a good opportunity here on a set piece.
South American combination, Mr. Uruguay and Mr. Brazil on that left-hand side, just providing all sorts of problems for this Hartford team.
Leo Fernandez on top of it. He has worked so hard this season, not just offensively, but defensively. Has really made himself a much more well-rounded player this season.
I don't think Coach Collins could ask anything more from number 11.
Good service here would certainly help. Movement inside the box here for Tampa Bay. Here it comes. Diakite is there trying to get airborne. Lysick able to save it for Hartford.
Well, it was crystal clear who Leo Fernandez's target was. It was a big 6'4" Pape Diakite.
End of the first half, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies off the goal by Sebastian Guinzati with the 1-0 lead over Hartford Athletic. Let's send it to Heather Donnelly with Neil Collins.
Thank you, Drew. Coach, a strong first half performance. What allowed your team to be so dominant?
You know, I think we've started on the front foot. The boys have generally passed it well, but I think there's a lot we can improve on. We got the goal, we had other opportunities, but equally there were a couple of opportunities in the break, so we know that we'll need to be better if we're going to go and take 3 points.
Great, thanks, Coach. Guys.
All right, Heather, thanks so much. Rowdies need the 3-point. Schedule gets much tougher after tonight. A good first half for the Rowdies. They lead 1-0. Halftime festivities coming up in just a moment from downtown St. Pete.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics at visitstpclearwater.com. Love the beach.
For the Tampa Bay Times, I'd like to invite you to listen to my new daily podcast, Sports Day Tampa Bay. We'll talk Rays, Lightning, Bucks, and Bulls. I'll have special guests join me regularly for their takes and answer questions from listeners. Join the conversation on Twitter @SportsDayTB and use the hashtag SportsDayTampaBay. Whether you're in the kitchen, on the road, or at the gym, it's Tampa Bay Sports Talk on your schedule. Download it now on iTunes or go to tampabay.com/sports.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
The Berm always busy here at Al Lang Stadium. The Rowdies leading Hartford Athletic 1-0 here at the half. Well, when a player joins a new team, they have a very big decision to make. They have to choose their jersey number. Sometimes their number has a very deep meaning or memories associated with it. Other times, you just get what's left.
I just chose it because I didn't want to lose the number 4, so I just add another 4.
I like to wear the number 4. 4 is my lucky number, so I'm obviously 22, so 2 and 2 is 4. So that kind of made sense.
Usually I like to be 5 or 6. 5 was taken, 6 was retired, so 4 was like, a solid number that I thought was fitting for a center back.
Neil texted me and said, "Do you want number 1?" I said, "Sure." Easy enough.
It's my age. That's the number that my girlfriend used when she used to play soccer.
Usually at first it was number 8, because my dad wears that, and I was in love with that number, and I just add another 8.
I was drafted 8th overall, so I've always wanted to get to 8, but the number was always taken. So finally had an opportunity to get number 8, and I was pumped to get it.
Actually, I wore 19 when I was in high school, and it was a really good year, so I just wanted to go back.
23 is like a number of greats, like a lot of greats wore it in basketball and just in other sports.
Honestly, it was one of very few that were left, so 15 looked nice, felt right.
Oh, that is awesome stuff. Rowdies with the 1-0 lead. There's 7 new expansion franchises this season in USL Championship. And with new franchises comes new traditions. Definitely the case in Birmingham, as the USL's Kelsey Steele found out.
If there's one thing with USL Championship clubs, is that they have a way to make the experience unique to their clubs. I'm on site here at BBVA Compass Field in Birmingham to talk a little bit about this iron factory they have on site. I'm joined by Marshall, the director of metal arts at Sloss Furnaces. So, Marshall, first off, tell us what an ingot is.
Okay, so an ingot is basically just a unit of iron.
Okay.
So it's just a way to make the iron portable and mobile and in a manner that can be sold.
Okay.
So the process that we're going to be doing in-game is a little bit different than the casting process. This is a forge setup. So typically used for blacksmithing. You're typically not trying to completely melt what you're working with. You're just raising the temperature enough that it can be malleable.
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing throughout the game is taking one of these in our forge and getting it up to temperature red hot and having that on standby so that when we score a goal, we'll take it out of the forge, over to the ingot, and we have a special die with a spark on it off of the Legion logo.
Right.
And that'll be placed on it and struck with a hammer. It's a 2-man operation. When we're ready, the assistant will take that. They'll take the die and put it in place, and then the other person will strike it with a hammer. So each goal that's scored will get a mark, hopefully a lot of them.
Yeah.
And so we have one for each game.
Okay.
So to have the team that they're playing, and so throughout the season, throughout the years, we'll begin to accumulate these and create an iron wall back here with each ingot from the games.
That's going to be amazing. Yeah. How cool is that for people to come in too and kind of see this little, characteristic of Birmingham? Yeah. That's awesome. Hammer down! You know they can tell how hot the steel is by the color.
Got it.
Burning up, red hot.
Great stuff there coming out of the USL Championship. As you look at the standings, St. Louis right now in first place. Rowdies trying to catch them. Certainly 3 points tonight would help. Hartford Athletic still looking for their first points on the season. Also keep an eye on Louisville City right there in the middle of the pack. Some scores we're keeping an eye on tonight. Nashville SC 3-0 over Ottawa. They get the shutout. Bethlehem 4-3 over Swope Park. Louisville City and Pittsburgh. That should be a good one right now. Scoreless in the second half. Same with North Carolina FC and Memphis. Atlanta United, too, can't catch up to St. Louis. St. Louis playing great soccer at the moment. New York Red Bulls, too, 1-0 over Birmingham Legion FC. And some storylines we're following. Brian Wright scoring his game-winning goal in the Legion's first ever win. So as Kelsey Steele was able to find out, yep, those bricks were being laid down. Louisville City just could not catch up to Birmingham. 3-2 the final score there. Standing room only, too. Welcoming soccer back to Austin as the Bold defeats San Antonio 1-0. St. Louis FC maintained the top spot in Week 4 in the power rankings. Those are your news and notes for the USL. When we come back, we'll recap the first half for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Sebastian Guenzati, the goal for the home side. 1-0 the score.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife. Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Great night to be at the Rowdies game as Tampa Bay, the home side, leads 1-0 over Hartford Athletic, the expansion side, through 45 minutes of play here at Al Lang Stadium. Great to have you with us, everybody. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. The Rowdies, safe to say, dominate the first half with a 1-0 lead, Ryan?
Positivity, keeping possession, and also being direct, constantly asking questions, getting service into the box, putting pressure on Hartford for 45 minutes.
How about near 70% possession for the Tampa Bay Rowdies? That was impressive through the first half of play. Let's take a look at the highlights now throughout the first half. The Rowdies attacking from the opening minutes. Here playing on defense, Diakite in motion. There's John McCarthy, nice little tip. Ball nearly snuck underneath that crossbar. Rowdies quick to come back, though, and applying pressure.
There's that ball through the middle. This time Guenzati on the end of it. Good save by Lysek, keeping his team in the game.
Rowdies coming up. Jan Ekra from that right side. Oh, lots of cross opportunities for Tampa Bay. That time, he was looking for Hopino.
Lovely skill by Ekra and great early cross. Hopino just couldn't finish.
Great serve that time by Lysek. Lysek, another save for Hartford. So 2 saves here. This was the goalie's best moment in that first half.
Lysek, the man of the match in the last game, again showing up tonight at Al Lang Stadium, keeping Hartford going.
Then it was the steal. Ekra making it happen. Back in the 11 for Tampa Bay. And how about Leo Fernandez here?
Leo Fernandez with a peach of a cross. Hopino with the dummy, and Seba Guenzati with the finish.
First goal of the season for Guenzati in the run of play, his third overall. And you look at the possession time right there, near 70%, and the 8 shots on goal. Rowdies are having their way.
It starts up front, pressure with the forwards on their defense. They cough the ball up, and Rowdies maintain possession after that.
Upcoming slate for the Rowdies, they really need 3 points tonight because you got Louisville City, the defending champions, coming into Al Lang Stadium next week. And then you got to hit the road for the next 3 or 4. The road simply does not get easy.
2-time defending champion Louisville City next week. Then on the road, Rowdy have to try and get 3 points tonight to take some momentum into those games.
Let's send it down on the pitch to Heather Donnelly. Hey, Heather.
Hey, Drew. Just looking back on that first half, the thing that stands out really is that possession number. Almost 70% possession. Such a dominant performance from the Rowdies. Surely they'll be looking to continue that here in the second half, but they'll also be looking to score more goals. So far this season, a little bit of struggle just scoring goals in the run of play for Tampa Bay. So something they'll really be looking to do here in the second half against this Hartford team is just work on that chemistry, work on that offense, and put up some goals in the run of play, guys.
And Heather, we talk about goals and the Rowdies searching for them. And again, we got to remind ourselves that the all-time leading scorer in the history of this franchise retired, Georgie Ristoff. Also Marcel Schaefer, the top setup guy, Joe Cole. This is a complete rebuilding job. So what the Rowdies are experiencing, it's certainly not like it was unexpected, right, Heather?
Absolutely. Coach Collins has emphasized throughout this early season that this team is still building. They're still learning. They're still working to gel and gain that chemistry. So it's definitely not unexpected that the offense wouldn't necessarily be clicking right away. But being in second place in the standings heading into tonight, clearly it didn't affect the Rowdies too badly, and they can only go up from here, guys.
Second half about to get underway. A 1-0 lead for the Rowdies. Jan Ekra back and the starting 11. And he was very key in that first goal. That was picture perfect Rowdies soccer. Ekra, Fernandez, Guenzati finishing it off.
It was also picture perfect Jan Ekra with the steal, the through ball to Fernandez, Mr. Everything. Definitely the linchpin for this Tampa Bay team in that midfield, disrupting plays and creating on offense.
Ryan Williams will kick it off here for Hartford Athletic. Hartford looking for their first points of 2019, just to get a draw on a night like tonight would be absolutely huge for this franchise. 0-4 thus far in the young season. Ralph's mob active as they always are here at Al Lang Stadium. Ralph's mob making noise. We've got families and kids on the berm. And on the right side of the park, Ryan, drums beating, Rowdies leading on the scoreboard. That's what Saturday nights here in downtown St. Peter are all about.
Make no mistake, those drums and those chants getting to the hearts and the rhythms of these players and get them in motion. This is what they call home cooking, Drew.
Yeah, create the environment. Rowdies certainly do that. Kyle Karinga, former Rowdy, here with it for Hartford. Karinga's Clearwater roots go back so deep. There's Kyle. Played for the Clearwater Chargers, the local club here in the area. It was such a dream come true for him to play for the Rowdies last season. And now Hartford with an opportunity. Little cross, and the goal's open. Oh, unable to cash in Ryan Williams. A near tap-in as there was confusion along the Rowdies' backline that time.
Yeah, the centre-back's getting sucked in. A good flick on to Ryan Williams, who tried to put it across to Gentile. And then Williams with a second effort just kicks it to the side netting. Great opportunity for Hartford, but it shows how those Rowdy centre-backs are getting sucked in. Have to just be a little bit more conservative.
There are moments like that, Ryan, where Ryan Williams, in this case, didn't realize how wide open he was. I think he was surprised at how much time and space he had to work with.
Yeah, just no idea of the amount of space that he had. But those things you work on in practice, you get that opportunity, you have to put that ball on frame.
Leo Fernandez, Jonathan Brown on his back. Rowdies can't control and can just sense Hartford a little bit more aggressive here in the opening moments of half number 2.
Rowdies just does not have the same intensity as this Hartford team. Coach Collins will be a little bit concerned, trying to get the green and yellow going again.
Oh, nice combination for Tampa Bay. And now, here comes the service. Sent out, Ekra runs it down. Richards settling it. Tenari. Right side. Sent in again, a little bit too low.
Just looking at Hartford, how willing they are to get that ball directly to their forwards when in possession in the back. Just trying to get that ball over the top to Gentile.
Leo Fernandez on the ground once more. Easily taken in by Lysick.
The Rowdies look the most dangerous when the ball goes outside and comes back into the feet of Andrew Tenari and Gwenzati. When Fernandez and Barry get to the byline and try to swing it in the air, it poses less problems as it did in the first half when they came in on the carpet.
Tyler David, center back tonight, played last year in Finland.
That was excellent control by Lee.
Ekra again for Tampa Bay. Fernandez. Lots of white jerseys in front. Centers it now. Ekra approaching. Richards puts it in motion. Oh, near. Chance that time once again for Tampa Bay.
Good service by Caleb Richards, but equally good header by David to get it out. Just shows how willing Caleb Richards is to get forward and provide service.
Gwenzati comes and gets it, beats everybody to it. Jorgensen watches him go by. And here's Ekra. Morad playing it forward. Barry tied up. Goes down across those billboards on that far side.
Well, Lee showing that physical strength, shoulder to shoulder, but Barry coming on the short end of that challenge. But Seba Gwenzati, looking at him now on the ball, you can see an air of confidence in him. Getting that goal in the first half sort of relieves that pressure. And the captain looks like he's walking with a bit of swagger, Drew.
Andrew Tenari trying to fight his way through here. Aduro wins the battle in the midfield. Rowdies going forward now. Ekra, Leo Fernandez. This is where magic happens if you're Tampa Bay. Every time Fernandez is able to turn and attack, you just see good things about to happen.
Yeah, he gets that one-on-one though because of Tenari and Aduro being so aggressive through the middle, sucks that defense in. So when the ball is released to Leo Fernandez, it's only one guy to cover him, and I don't want to be that guy covering Leo Fernandez with nothing behind me.
Sean Perry, nice little 1-2. Tenari able to find him in stride. This one sent high over though, and Fernandez able to keep it in. Rowdies sharing the ball seamlessly here. Fernandez with the right foot. And there's Lysick knocking it out. Corner kick coming up for Tampa Bay.
Well, Leo Fernandez, he is confident, going on the right foot this time. We hardly see that. A bit of a grounder, and Lysick just misjudged that one. Corner kick for the Rowdies.
Andrew Tenard, the in-swinger. 53rd minute. Line drive into the box. Taken care of immediately by Hartford.
Still good service by Tenari. That ball was dangerous in that mixer. Good defending by Hartford. But you have to be impressed with the delivery by Tenari.
Again, Jan Ekra setting it down for the Rowdies, number 7 here tonight. Coach Collins said that last week he was simply unlucky to be left out of that starting lineup. He said he did nothing to lose his spot. He is making the most of his chance to get back in. Richards to Fernandez. Leo Fernandez going far post. Nice 1-2 there. Quick cross. Guinzotti in the middle of the action once again.
Well, good cross from the right-hand side, and saved by Guinzotti with almost like a scissors kick. He is really confident right now. Here comes the service. Here comes that scissors kick, and Lysick was alive to it. But excellent sequence against by the Rowdies. Playing with real self-assurance now, showing their coach what they're capable of.
Williams turning for Hartford. On the ground this time. Oh, pass gets through. Shot set up. McCarthy there to knock it down again. Diakite can't clear it though. Jonathan Brown. He tries to cross one in. Rowdies again temporarily clear it, but they're not out of the woods yet. Raymond Lee, he'll take a shot. And finally McCarthy able to halt play.
Well, excellent through ball by Hartford. Caleb Richards getting caught out of position. Good shot, and McCarthy just protecting that clean sheet. Stops the shot at the first post.
Only one goal conceded for the Rowdies goalie, John McCarthy.
There's always a danger, Drew, when you're playing well and you're playing against a team like an expansion team like Hartford. Centre-backs like Caleb Richards, who are a bit attack-minded, can get caught out of position sometimes. And it looks like this Hartford team is willing to take that early pass either on the ground or through the air to the big forward like Gentile and Steves rather, and put some pressure on Diakite. So point being, you have to stay awake on the wheel and be cautious at that centre-back position.
Sean Berry, player being looked at right now for Tampa Bay. And hopefully for the Rowdies' sake, that is only cramps. You know, it's a little humid here tonight. We noticed in the pregame, creeping up in the mid-80s was the temperature. We'll see if Berry is able to continue here tonight. And for the Rowdies, first substitution, David Najim. First appearance for number 5 here at home this season. An ACL injury last April, missed most of 2018. Waiting for him to get back to 100%. Coach Collins feels like now is a good time.
Well, the situation is just right. Rowdies have their tails in the air. You're at home. A good chance for David Najim to get his feet wet and get into the flow of this Rowdies team.
Fernandez comes up to play it for the Rowdies. Guinzotti sends it back. Caleb Richards on top of it. Adoro. Rowdies sharing it once again. Ekra. Hartford chasing. Jan Ekra attacking. Shot. Oh, knocked down by Lysick, but the rebound is there. And David You couldn't script that better.
Mr. Everything, Jan Ekra in traffic, plays a lovely through ball to Hopeno. Good save by Lysick, but guess who's there? Number 5, David Najim, just awoke from his slumber, gets on the field and finishes it and puts this Rowdies in a commanding 2-0 lead at home. And our Land Stadium, they're on their feet.
It has been 1 year since David Najim has been able to see game action for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and to make this happen just moments after entering is simply amazing.
Just look at the reaction from his teammates, the crowd around him. They know what it's like to be injured, but to come back and stamp your name on the scorer sheet, what a way, what an entrance.
Ralph's mob is absolutely going crazy, appreciating the moment that we just witnessed.
Kids at home, this is why you follow the play. This is why you follow up every single shot, because opportunities like that will be presented. Not every time, but when they come, when they happen, Najim on the spot, and that's why you continue to follow up.
All the rehab, all the waiting, wondering if you're ever going to be the same. David Najim comes in, gets a quick goal for Tampa Bay. And just like that, it's 2-0.
Let's give some credit to Coach Collins as well, though. Having faith in Najim, reading the game, reading the temperature, if you will, bringing Najim in, and he's rewarded right away.
Saw Rowdy's teammates as well going to congratulate David after that game, after that goal. They knew how special that moment was.
What a ball by Leo Fernandez.
Rowdy's going over the top now. And a corner kick coming up for Tampa Bay. Nicely done by Hopeno to make it happen. Leo Fernandez will head over for the home side.
Leo Fernandez, like slicing cake at home, just threads the needle, slices this Hartford defense with a brilliant pass, and earns the Rowdies a corner kick.
Fernandez goes short. Rowdies now attack. Ekra comes up.
Well, that was definitely something they worked on the training ground. Just Jan Ekra just running in a little too soon on that one. But great bit of inventiveness by the Rowdies on that corner kick. Just not kicking it into the trees, but trying something different.
2-0 lead now for Tampa Bay. Tenori watches it go out again. Rowdies racking up the corners here in half number 2. Rowdies want more goals. They are by no means content with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, here comes the big center backs. They are all interested. They all want piece of this pie.
Now counter opportunity for Hartford. Going to be swallowed up quickly by Richards.
A soft pass by Aduro, putting pressure on his team, but Caleb Richards covering nicely.
Now foot race to it. Guenzati on his horse. Trying to cross one as he was looking for Andrew Tenori in stride. The ball delivered high that time. It'll be a throw-in for Hartford. Captain's armband with that guy, Sebastian Guenzati. Already a goal tonight. Kyle Karinga throwing it in for Hartford. Rowdies a little ahead of themselves that time. Hopino tried to get Fernandez again, but you know, it's always interesting, Ryan, when you see a player go through hardship, and this can be such a demanding physical game. And a lot of times you've seen knee injuries and careers. There was a time when we wondered if David Najim would ever get back on the pitch for the Rowdies. To do what he did here tonight is truly something special.
All those hours of rehab, training, and pain. Nobody sees that when they're on the pitch, but this happens off the pitch. And what a way for David Najim to be rewarded for all of his efforts. Time for the Rowdies now to take the game by the scruff, get back that possession, get back that rhythm, while Hartford are trying to catch the Rowdies on an emotional high.
Good job by Aduro. Ekra winds up with it, and now Tenori for Tampa Bay. Rowdies have owned possession here tonight. Second half not quite as dominant as the first, but the Rowdies do have that second goal. A 2-0 lead, somewhat comfortable, but by no means is it decided, is it?
No, actually the most dangerous scoreline in soccer is 2-0.
Rowdies again with an opportunity, middle of the 18.
Well, if David Najim scored a second goal, I think this crowd will just burst.
So Mads Jargensen, his night is going to be through for Hartford. And coming in, welcome Wojcik. The forward, former OKC Energy and Bradley University star. There's Jargensen heading out for Hartford Athletic. Gets a pat on the back from Jimmy Nielsen.
The USA/Poland international, Wojcik, as he is affectionately known as, comes in, gets some time. Also from that OKC Energy group. As Coach Nielsen looking for a spark. The drums just seem louder, the chants just seem clearer here at Ireland Stadium. As the Rowdies, the yellow and green hoops, are imposing their will here on Hartford.
Aduro, lots of room to work with for the Rowdies. Tom Aduro, open on the left is Guenzati. Sebastian Guenzati crossing back. Left-footed shot is off the crossbar. Well, made a great move that time to get himself in range.
Well, what an excellent bit of transition by the Rowdies. Aduro down the middle, slipping it to Guenzati. And Guenzati with a lovely bit of skill. Just couldn't finish it, hits the crossbar. And now the Rowdies, looks like Diakite earns himself a yellow card, showing that physicality yet again.
So a Yeoman's Pub yellow card issued to Pape Diakite in the 66th minute. Yellow cards brought to you by Yeoman's Pub. Pape Diakite earning the first match of discipline for Tampa Bay here tonight.
Not exactly the place where you expect your last man in defense to get a yellow card, but it just shows where the Rowdies are situated on the field, as Diakite is pushed all the way up into the Hartford Athletic half. And gets a yellow card for a tackle in the center circle. Oh, what a great ball by Lysek. Hitting Jonathan Brown right on the chest. Couldn't control it. But just a beautiful pass from the keeper.
This young man here tonight, Caleb Richards, he has had quite a night. I mean, he is everywhere for Tampa Bay.
Not only does he get in position, but when he gets there, he executes, whether it's a tackle, a pass, a cross. Just an all-round talent that Tampa Bay and Norwich City have to be so pleased about.
David Najim again for the Rowdies. Andrew Tenari touching as well. Morad. And Tenari. Ball will belong to Hartford. Hartford has only scored 2 goals all season long. This in their 5th match, hoping that at least one would come tonight. It's been tough working against this blazing fast Rowdies defense. They've had their chances though, certainly.
Ryan Williams had a chance in that first half. Gentile as well. Both had good looks. Just couldn't finish it off for Hartford.
John McCarthy, that old school helmet. Spent 4 years with Philadelphia Union. Also Bethlehem Steel as well. He just looks so veteran, does he? I mean, just made all the right decisions, so calm. Been such a great presence for the Rowdies so far this year.
You know, USL as well as us talk so much about Pape Diakite and how well he's played, and well he has. But John McCarthy, having that influence and that reassurance behind you allows you to defend and make calmer decisions. So it's not only just the diving saves and the plucking the ball out of the air, it's that pedigree behind you that really calms that back three.
Nice ball this time to Guenzati. Had some opportunities here. Openo trying to get to it. And again, Lissick able to kill the run.
Great through ball. Openo on the run, and Lissick right there off his line quickly. The sweeper keeper was in effect.
So here in the 70th minute, Ryan, let's talk substitutes. You got Kone, Steinberger, Brandon Allen, Juan Tejada, and Leon Taylor available for the Rowdies. You know at some point we're likely going to see Tejada, as he had solidified that role of a spark off the bench.
I think you keep that going. I think you bring Tejada on no matter what to let him get his minutes, get his reps. Antoine Openo has done great in creating chances on the ground, through the middle. Now it's a time for Tejada to come in and continue his development.
Leo Fernandez now. See Kyle Karinga trying to stay with him. Former teammate. Oh, crossed beautifully and scored by Tenari. It's 3-0.
Dare I say it was Samba time on the left-hand side. Fernandez across the face of the goal, and Andrew Tenari with probably the easiest goal he's going to score all season. But it all started by the man from Sao Paulo. Too much. And the service was beautiful. And number 15 gets on the scoring sheet. Speaking of substitutes, looks like Hartford is going to make some changes. Lissick not happy, but there's little he can do about that one. The service was too good.
Alex Dixon will come on for Hartford, and Dixon is another former Tampa Bay Rowdy. So Alex Dixon onto the pitch. 3 appearances for the Rowdies back in 2013. But the damage certainly done here. 3-0, Rowdies dominating at home.
True, in the pregame, we talked about players to watch. Mr. Jose Angulo, number 9, is on the pitch. The Colombian forward, former MVP of the USL. He's going to try to answer the bell for this Hartford team.
See Jonathan Brown headed out when Dixon came in. Andrew Tenari. And there you see Jose Angulo, former OKC Energy. And we've got a Rowdy down in the center circle. I believe that is Ekra, who was shaken up.
As a coach, you hate to see players go down. But what Jan Ekra has shown in the last 3 games, Coach Collins will be holding his breath.
There are points and moments also as a coach where maybe the plan was to bring in somebody like a Tejada or a Leon Taylor. But when a player like this goes down, plans could certainly change quickly, Ryan, can't they?
Quickly, players like Jordan Doherty on that bench may get some playing time for Jan Ekra. He's such a prized possession. Zach Steinberger could also get some action.
And a yeoman's yellow card has been issued to Ryan Williams. Williams has had a rough night. In the 73rd minute, he earns a yeoman's yellow card. And I say rough night because that opportunity that he had, that was a point-blank chance that he hit wide.
Yes, he had a good look at the goal there, just couldn't put it on goal. And he'll be kicking himself tonight.
Meanwhile, David Najum will remember tonight for the rest of his life. An injury suffered last season, nearly ended his career, came back a year later and battling through it to score the second goal for the Rowdies.
We talked about how the Rowdies would react after getting that first goal. It seems like they came in with a little bit of a lull in the second half, but got the rhythm going again and got that second and of course that decisive third goal. Coach Collins is going to want this group to build that momentum into what should be a tough game against 2-time defending champion Louisville FC next week. You want this momentum. It means so much in professional sports.
Raymond Lee done a good job defending here tonight. Hartford had chances early and they did not cash in. And right now they're paying for it. Kyle Karinga now against his former team tries to get it back. Cohesion just not quite there on a consistent basis.
It's part of the growing pains of this Hartford team.
Raymond Lee, Servison on the ground, there's the shot. McCarthy upstairs to tip it away. Alex Dixon nearly cashed in that time for Hartford, and I'm not sure, did McCarthy get a hand on it? We're gonna see here. No, just over his fingertips.
Just pulled away at the last minute. Just veteran goalkeeping by McCarthy. But what great service by Lee. It was a flat cross, very awkward for the defense to deal with. And Dixon just couldn't keep his shot down. So we hardly ever talk about other sports during our broadcasts, but there seems to be a little bit of action going on in the Tampa area tonight. Women's Final Four, Drew?
Yes, Women's Final Four actually last night and concluding tomorrow with the national championship game. It'll be Baylor as they take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish from downtown Tampa. Soccer, meanwhile, across the bay here in St. Pete. Another fun-filled Rowdies weekend. Tampa Bay attacking once more, looking for goal number 4. Tried to cross it, Lissick there to knock it down. Corner kick, Rowdies. Andrew Tenari has been busy tonight.
Andrew Tenari has answered the bell yet again for Coach Collins. Needed creativity, needed a spark in the middle of the field. And Tenari, just a live body, very shifty, nimble, excellent passes, flick-ons. Just gets that ball from point A to point B so quickly for this Rowdies team.
Leo Fernandez doing the honors for Tampa Bay. Leo's ball, nice curl, this time headed for the goal! It's It's number 2, the brace for Sebastian Guenzati.
Well, when the dam breaks, the water comes pouring in. Leo Fernandez with the corner, and Seba Guenzati on the end of it, number 13, with his 2nd goal tonight and his 4th of the season. Puts the Rowdies, El Capitan, puts his team in a 4-0 commanding lead here at Al Lang Stadium tonight.
Guenzati tabbed as the top goal scorer for the Rowdies coming in to 2019. And showing that he is more than up for the task.
So it looks like Coach Collins has taken the time to make a change. But this is exactly what the Rowdies wanted. Get that goal, that first goal, and allow the floodgates to be opened. And El Capitan has led from in front. Gets the first and gets the 4th.
Brandon Allen has entered the match for the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Good decision by Coach Collins. They're going to need Brandon Allen this season.
Allen will enter momentarily. Not entered just yet. I'm going to get ahead of myself there as I'm still celebrating the Guenzati goal. And now Sebastian will get ready to head out, and he will get a ruckus round of applause from the Ralph's mob here at Al Lang Stadium as Brandon Allen sets to enter.
And well deserved, but Brandon Allen, Coach Collins is going to need him for the rest of the season. Needs to get his confidence going, and what a great time for it to happen. El Capitan did his bit. And he has put a shift in tonight.
Guenzati and the Rowdies needed a night like this. Struggling for goals the past few weeks, and Neil Collins embracing his captain. And now if you're Brandon Allen, an opportunity to get back on the map, because he has been silent so far this season.
In the next 10 to 12 minutes, he just needs to make every run, every bit of energy, try to get in position, and try and get a goal, get some confidence going. And I'm sure his Rowdy teammates will have one eye on the number 10.
Another corner coming up for Tampa Bay. 81st minute. Oh, they got to set that ball down here, trying to just play it. Wasn't sure what was happening there.
Yeah, I think the defense didn't know which ball to go after. As keeper Lysick is not impressed.
Like, what in the heck is going on? Well, it's been a tough night for Hartford. Kind of feel for them. 8 straight contests on the road to start your first season in such a competitive USL Championship League. The Rowdies trying to set up another blast. Ekra came up. Jan Ekra trying to keep it. Could not get it on target.
Well, just to give you an idea, if you guys were keeping track at home, that is the 18th shot attempt that Jan Ekra just tried, as compared to Hartford's 7. Just showed what the Rowdies' intent was tonight. Create chances.
Well, let's send it down to Heather Donnelly. Heather, what have you got?
Hey, Drew, last season, the month of April was very good to the Rowdies here at Al Lang. They won both of their home matches in April last season by a combined score of 7-0. They beat Ottawa Fury FC 5-0 on April 7th and then beat the Real Monarchs 2-0 2 weeks later. And so far this April is off to a pretty good start for the Rowdies. They do still have 2 more home matches this month, but 4-0 here at home, off to a very good start this month, guys.
And Heather, I got to ask you a little follow-up here, because you've seen a lot of Rowdy soccer over the years. Seeing David Najim do what he did tonight, how cool was that?
That was such a great moment, and just being down here by the benches watching that celebration. Of course, the coaching staff and the players on the bench always celebrate any goal, but the level of celebration when David Najm put that one in the back of the net was something I've never seen before. You could tell they were just so happy for him. It really was a special moment, guys.
Yeah, probably the most memorable goal since Georgi Rissov became the Rowdies' all-time leading scorer last year. In the middle of the summer, took a while for that to happen, took a big load off the Rowdies at the time as Juan Tejada now gets set to come in. Antoine Hoppeneau will have a seat for Tampa Bay. Heather Donnelly doing a great job as always on the pitch tonight. Hoppeneau heading out, and here comes the spark plug and the fan favorite.
Antoine Hoppeneau was seen shaking his head, but Coach Colin has to be happy with his performance. Did exactly what was asked, create chances in the last third, and he did just that. But Juan Tejada comes in now for the last 8 to 9 minutes. Try to get his reps in, continue that development.
You know, with those two players, first-year Rowdies, Hoppeneau and Tenori, you see the effort is there. They're just a hair away from really starting to make key plays in matches for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it's going to come as the longer this group stays together. Those moments will happen. Those half chances will turn into chances, and those missed opportunities will turn into goals.
Coach Collins excited about this young Rowdies side. This is a roster that he put together from scratch. After last season, it was almost like a complete rebuild. Only 8 players returning from that roster from a season ago. 16 new players on this team, and safe to say, none of them mega superstars.
Well, he built this thing with hammer and stone. Players who run hard, play hard, and will put a shift in every Saturday night. He had a vision, he stuck to his vision, and it's paying off.
Tejada, nice touch. Rowdies, Allen taking a rip. And Lissick again will reach up and bring it down right behind Fernandez.
Well, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? Allen finds a bit of space and kicks the ball right into Juan Tejada's heels. But Brandon Allen showing that he's going to ask some questions here. And that's all Coach Colin wants.
It may be 4-0 right now, but to get a goal for a player like Brandon Allen would be absolutely huge moving forward.
Yeah, I think the celebrations in Brandon Allen's mind will probably go on for days.
All right, fans, follow the Rowdies and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and much more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+ and watch the USL Championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. '86th minute. Going down that time. It's going to be Brandon Allen. And this could be a card. And yes, that's Sam de Wit, defender from the Netherlands, disciplined here in the '86th minute.
Just de Wit showing that physicality and intensity. Frustrating night for him. 4 goals on his end. It looks like he just took it out on Brandon Allen.
So that is a Yeoman's Pub yellow card issued to Sam de Wit.
And oh, by the way, it is 4-0. And Leo Fernandez looks like he's going to have a crack.
Well, who's up, who's down? Where does your club sit? Find out every Monday in the official USL Championship Power Rankings, only on USLChampionship.com. Rowdies trying to inch up in those power rankings. Victory like this certainly helps the cause. Leo Fernandez can't get it past the wall. I'll have another rip at it. And the ball sails to the right. Well, we invite you to get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for the Tampa Bay Rowdies and then click follow to keep up with the latest news and scores, plus get reminders on the Rowdies' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow your club at ESPN.com. McCarthy bringing another one down for Tampa Bay. How'd you assess McCarthy's play here tonight?
Calm, cool, and collected. Did everything that was required. He's not the kind of keeper that brings off flashy saves, but that's because of his positioning. His ability to be in the right place at the right time.
Leo Fernandez to Tejada. And now Fernandez right back to the rookie, Tejada. Caleb Richards. And off Karinga that time. So it looks like the Rowdies will have another corner kick opportunity here. So you're somebody who kind of thinks that Juan Tejada needs more playing time, perhaps. I think they're using him just about right, but you want to see more of the kid, huh?
I do. I think Juan Tejada, the qualities and the talents that he brings to the table is exactly what this Rowdies team needs. Shifty, quick, hard to stay in front of. As a result of that, chances will be created.
Far post now, Richards trying to attack that spot. Tejada, the former Eckerd college star, played his college soccer here nearby, and then played also for the PDL's Lakeland Tropics, just up I-4 before becoming a Rowdy. Happened on a tryout, was one of the big stories in the preseason for Tampa Bay, and the fans have just fallen in love with him.
You know, Drew, sometimes ignorance is bliss. Some of these veterans who have gone through the emotions have so much different feelings about the game and so on. When someone now steps in, they don't have enough experience. They're just playing carefree and just bringing all that they have to the table without any worries or any feedback. And I think Juan Tejada is in that place right now where you just cut him loose. And I think Coach Colin wants to bring him in gradually. He started him in that opening game. He was rewarded with a penalty kick by him creating on a skillful play. And I think if you give him that time, he will bring more of that skillful play in and around the 18-yard box.
Saw Damaduro down there, a little irritated as he gets up off the pitch. (4-0). Rowdies dominating on the scoreboard and in possession here tonight.
Well, when it rains, it pours. Goalkeeper Lysick just took his time and kicked it out of play. After 4 goals.
And 2 minutes stoppage time. Coming up, Rowdies will improve to 3-0-2 on the season. Brandon Allen still trying to make it happen. Rowdies won a 5th goal.
You have to love Coach Collins. Up 4-0, and who does he bring in? Juan Tejada and Brandon Allen to try and get some more goals. Please don't ever change, Coach Collins.
And you see the level of play, the effort still there from the Rowdies. There's not been a moment in a game this season where we could say that the effort has been lagging behind. That's one thing you can say about this Rowdies side.
That is going to be the key ingredient of the gold, of the yellow and green this season. Effort, and it shows up in their coach, 35-year-old Mr. Collins.
Hartford with a counter. And stoppage time here. Rowdies moments away from sealing up another 3 points. This will give them 11 on the season. And this certainly a team effort from start to finish. The back line was stellar once again. That guy right there, Tarek Morad, controlling things along with Diakite. Only a few moments of danger. John McCarthy was able to stand tall once again for the Rowdies. And the final score, 4-0. The Tampa Bay Rowdies have improved to 3-0-2 on the season and still unbeaten in USL Championship play. So what a night from Al Lang Stadium. The Tampa Bay Rowdies with a shutout. Heather Donnelly is down on the pitch now with a very emotional David Najum. What a night it must be for number 5.
Yeah, Drew, lots of celebration going on down here with David Najum. Lots of congratulations from his teammates. You get to go in the game tonight and score a goal almost exactly a year to the date of your injury last season. Can you put into words what tonight was like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, and I just want to thank everyone, honestly. What a reception that was, you know, for my teammates, the staff, and the fans just having so much confidence in me, just getting me back to where I was last year. So, I mean, just an incredible feeling coming on, but then scoring that goal and helping my team get a victory, I mean, that's the cherry on top.
Yeah, you come on as a sub and you get a goal right off the bat. Take me through that play. What went on out there?
I mean, I was just trying to get I was just trying to get forward, and I found myself in a good spot, you know, and you know, sometimes you get rewarded for making the hard, long run, and you know, I found myself, kept my composure, just slotted it home. Felt great.
Awesome. Well, nice job tonight. Thanks, guys.
Here was the goal off the rebound. David Najum. What a play. What a night for the Rowdies. Defender David Najum. Welcome back. 4-0 the final. We'll back with more in just a moment.
Together we fight. Together we conquer.
Together we win.
The boys are back and ready to strike on Saturday, April 13th as the Rowdies take on Louisville City. Gather your friends and join the action at Al Lang Stadium. Visit rowdiesoccer.com for more info.
Together, we are the Rowdies.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dream while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
Well, the road ahead certainly doesn't get easier for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Defending champ Louisville City comes to town next week. And then 3 of the next 4 on the road, beginning with Atlanta United. 2 Charlotte Independents come here to Al Lang Stadium on April 27th. What a night for the Rowdies. They bust out for 4 goals here at home to take care of expansion side Hartford Athletic. Sebastian Guenzati with 2 goals. David Najum. The comeback concluded with a huge goal of his own. 4-0, the final score for Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly, and our fabulous crew here at Al Lang Stadium. I'm Drew Felios. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.